Man.
Yeah, we are here.
Again, we made it again, man. I guess people wanna hear more.
Yeah, I got a couple of people call me and say, so they want to know more different subjects and so. But
Nice.
hey, guys, Thursday morning again, and it's a time for marketing.
Yes.
Ray is here with me from Onset Media. He's the expert on marketing, and I love marketing. Even though I do real estate, we are everywhere for the marketing. So Ray is here to help me to reach out to my friends to give knowledge how to market. So this morning, actually, I got a very good not as a one-liner from our coach. They're having a summit, Tom Ferry having summit event. So they say, who owns the market? Doesn't matter what market. I'm in real estate. Ray, you are in marketing. So in your clientele, so who owns the market? So the answer is the person owns the market who does who does marketing. So you have to do marketing to own the market, you see. So I think that's cool.
If I may, what's weird is that people. I just left earlier this morning. I had an appointment with a client, and the client's been in business since for about 27 years. 27 years, and just sitting and talking. And the last thing that they'd ever know that they have to do is market their business. And I told them, I said, there's some people just don't want to accept the fact that TV is no longer free. Cable is a subscription, and you can decide not to do cable, or you can kind of stay with the TV, and you have to move with the times. It's unfortunate sometimes, but people just don't realize the importance of the marketing aspect of it all. So
yeah. So let's dig through it, real quick. So today we're talking about branding, and one of the thing, Ray, we were discussing yesterday that the branding is so important. Any small business, you need branding. Doesn't matter you work with a franchise or whatever your status, you need to have a branding. So let's dig through a little bit. What is branding and why? The small business people, realtor or any other business, you need it.
So let me start with one thing that people, the easy stuff about branding. When we're talking about branding, we think about things like McDonald's, right? Those golden arches. To you and I, it's nothing. There's nothing but McDonald's. Oh, we don't eat that stuff, right? We had that all our lives. But when we're in another country and we see McDonald's, we actually get excited. That's a powerful brand. Everyone knows the story of Coca-Cola, what they did. They patented a bottle, so on. So it's like, you see that bottle, you don't think anything else but Coca-Cola. And that branding is so powerful that when you think Coca-Cola, you can taste it in your mind. That is the power of branding, that people just don't understand how powerful it is. But let me just warn you on something. People don't realize that it didn't take Coca-Cola or even McDonald's the first try to make it well. It takes time to understand your brand and maybe modify to your ultimate brand.
Yes, true, very true. Now, for example, like Amazon, I'm like an Amazon fan because it's not the logo. Amazon can have any logo. Tomorrow they make some other design. Doesn't matter really. So is the brand the service? Now tomorrow, if Amazon open up, for example, airlines or a cruise ship, I'll go because that is the branding, trusting that particular company. So if as a business person, when my client trusts me blindly, that's the goal. Then that means I have a branding there with that particular client because they're trusting me blindly, taking my guidance. So
and let me just tell you, I get calls all the time. I'm saying, hey, can you create my brand, right? Can you do that? And I have to really make sure that I'm having the correct conversation. I am not the expert on making sure your brand is a McDonald's, Coca-Cola. I work with what I have and what I know. I focus a lot on SEO, search engine optimization, and the branding portion of it kind of continues to help me help them on what direction we need to go. Because when I see, let me give you an example. When I'm looking through my emails, let's say, for example, and I happen to see the logo, the logo of your firm, I'm going to look at it and say, hey, guess what? That's from Shawn, without even knowing it's from you. That's branding. Again, so when you see something coming with Onset Media, not just by email, automatically that's from Ray. That's a portion that we want to try to get to. And not everyone has that opportunity. So let me just mention this. If you do not, if anyone out there does not have their brand on their email, shame on you. Yeah. Because your brand should be one thing that it should be as common as a signature. Because it is so imperative that people remember the brand, because the brand is something that you kind of resonate with. Not necessarily create, you resonate, it's part of your livelihood. So I want to make sure.
Now, Ray, let's talk about how marketing can help, let's go let's make it in a bite-sized pieces, because we have a lot of, realtors they're watching here. Sure. There are a lot of small business people they're watching here. And now they say, so what can I do, when it comes to marketing them, how marketing can help me to brand myself? So let's talk about that.
Okay, good point. We mentioned one thing in reference to email signatures, right? So there's this amazing tool, it's called Canva, right? It's a great tool. And Canva gives you the opportunity of creating something even though you don't know how to do it. So you have a signature, and there's many things out there, of course. There's many things out there that you can use to brand your information, your business. So again, that's one tool that people take for granted because they don't brand themselves. So that's number one. Let's create a signature on your website so you have something and you showcase it. Then the next thing is, let's tell the world that I have it. Let's make sure, and unfortunately, my virtual background was not working this morning. So I would have my logo right over here. Literally. So every time I speak, and my name information would literally be labeled there. That's the branding that you can do today, every day. You may think, because you're the one doing it, oh, that's it, I don't need that. It's insignificant. If I did not come from that meeting this morning, I would be like, hey, do we have to hold the meeting? I cannot have this meeting without my branding up there, because we're going to talk about branding, but things do happen. So we have to convey how imperative it is just to have a phone number. Literally, as you see on my Zoom, you see the phone number there, my name, to have that there. That phone number information there is so imperative so people can reach out to you, which creates the brand. It's so imperative, again, as I create, every time I go see a client, I'm always going to wear my branding every time. And I'm going to maybe fix my car or whatever. I'll have my t-shirt on, I have my hat on, because that's my brand. So I want people to know that my brand is Onset Media, and this is the colors you should be looking for.
Yeah,
so
this is such a great point, because that brand is your reputation you built up for throughout the year, the trust you built up. Now your logo, or it could be your face out there, or it could be a symbol out there, and then the audience, the people there out there, they can connect it.
Yes, yes.
So immediately, all those years, you're doing all the good things. So one of the things, I like to mention it, you just mentioned, I like to highlight that, is the you have to be out there. That's what the marketing is going to help you. It's not about just doing a great work, but you got to put it in a branding, means it's a logo or some, it can be a one-liner slogan, or it can be mixed with everything, and then put it out there. So when you keep on doing the good work and people see that, they connect it immediately, that good work. So it got to be.
Let's just say that I'm a representative with your real estate firm, right? I say firm because I deal with many practices and clients and lawyers and so on. So again, I utilize that word firm as a business. So let's say your firm, you work with Shawn and his team at REMAX. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make sure I have their logo. That before I send an email to my client, my potential client, my friend, whomever, because everyone's a client when you have your own business, right? You want to always put your form of branding. Let them know what you have, what you do. Have your shirt on, have your name badge. Those are parts of branding that people don't realize. Your business card should have your logo on it. And people don't understand it, but let me just warn you, because they think about Coca-Cola, think about Apple, think about, Amazon, their logos. Some of them are just simple logos.
Yeah.
And they people have this whole thing about my logo is going to be on top of Times Square and it's going to be shining there and so on. Again, guys, that's just that kind of, let's start off with, okay, this is what we have. We're going to work with what we have to expand upon. Your logo should be a character of you and what you, of your business.
Exactly. And show it out there. You sending a mail piece, you calling some, or you sending an email or anywhere, even on social media, when you delivering a message for your business, it's not just a personal message, something to educating the client.
Yeah,
have to have that branding like that.
What's weird is that when I was starting out and I was doing a lot more networking events when the world was, I guess, normal back then, I would normally go to events and then they'd say, hey, that's Ray. Yeah, that guy is from On-Site Media. And I'm like, that's not my company's On-Set Media. So I would always make sure that when I'm talking, I'd say, yeah, hey, how you doing, man? How's it going? Yeah. Hey, have you seen my website, On-Set Media? And like, yeah, so on. I'm like, well, hey, you know what? You can email me anytime at rtorres@onset.media. Those are the things that you have to kind of confirm with your branding. And again, when you go to your Facebook page, you should see the name. When you go to your Instagram page, you should see your name. Again, you have to re-invite or teach people on what your brand is and what it is, so they know it's not just another real estate firm, or not just a real estate business. This is REMAX. We are here to provide you with the best that we can. And again, and guess what? It's not just one thing. It's a resource of that entire brand behind it. Exactly. So people just don't.
Yeah, even the other thing also, see REMAX, throughout the years, for over 40 years, they built a brand, and of course they're giving that brand to us, to me. But then my duty is to, brand myself,
Yes.
my personal brand with my client, with in my community, with help of REMAX. So that's a support, what they did, they're giving it to me. But then my question is like, are you like, you're watching here, and if you're not branding yourself enough, are you branding yourself, taking that advantage and branding yourself? Is your client know you in a heartbeat? Whenever they need your service, is your name coming to their mind? Right. So that is my question.
Let me ask you a question in reference to that, because when you think about real estate, some people, they think about, okay, realtor.com, Zillow, and all that stuff. And all of those brands, just realize this, all those brands have made sure that you understand their marketing, their brand, their logos. So you can when you think real estate, you think about just that. Oh, that's the term. Oh, okay, I know it, realtor.com. How easy is that? Yeah. So again, a realtor, do you guys go against people creating their own profile, or is that something that's not frowned upon?
No, you can everyone, you can always brand yourself, because we all have our own clientele. We have all our, different neighborhood, like where you live, your neighbors should know you as okay. Yeah, addition to the REMAX brand or any other company they're working for, like that particular brand, your face, not only the face, your name, they should know you. So that's the branding. So you've got to work on every single day, keep that branding up.
Okay, well, and one of the reasons why, because I think last time we spoke a little bit about Google My Business a little bit. In Google My Business, you have the opportunity of kind of putting your business out there, right? And being able to get reviews and create your brand. And you have the opportunity in that platform to add your logo. And not to mention, in every other platform, every other listing service, it asks you, hey, why don't you put your logo here? And you put your logo there with your business information. So that's why I asked the question, because it is so imperative, the fact that you have a brand versus not having a brand. Again, as a person who is conducting business, you should have a brand logo, a brand information, a brand item behind your entire entity of a business. I believe that. I truly believe that.
Yeah. So Ray, definitely a lot of great information. So conclusion is we got to brand ourselves every single day.
Yes.
So my friend, when you're watching this, what are you doing today and tomorrow to brand yourself?
That's right.
Let's keep the brand up. Let's keep, because brand is the trust. So it's automatically going to give you the business, because once you keep working on the brand and keep it up.
You just said something that kind of made me just tell you before, as we're closing, is when you think about Amazon, you think about Nike, or you think about McDonald's or Coca-Cola, whatever, so on. You know that when you go there, you're gonna get your product delivered, right? You're gonna get your refreshing drink. You're gonna get your Big Mac, which I love, right? Whenever I do go. Again, those brands are trusted brands. So you have to, and this took them time to build that up. So don't think it happens overnight. So again, this is when you start the process of building your brand. And if anyone has any questions where we can talk about this further, feel free to reach out to us. Let me know how I can help, or what conversation we can have around figuring out your brand.
Yeah, just make a comment right here, and then also his phone number is right there, on his screen. So definitely we'll welcome any question regarding marketing, regarding brand.
And not to mention, we would love to get some interaction, so people can say, hey, that was good, that was not good. Hey, maybe you can mention this, talk about this and that. That's the whole purpose of this, is to be able to, you and I, I think I love you, right? You and I just to sit and have a conversation and talk about marketing. Why wouldn't I want to talk about marketing? So I would want to talk about marketing all day long, which I do already, so.
Yeah, and exactly, that's the purpose, because I had so many great conversations with you about marketing, and I thought, why not giving those conversations out there to my friends, who need to hear this also, and then get inspired, get motivated, and do something with marketing, because without marketing, the business is not going to grow.
That's right. Exactly. Awesome, man. Well, thank you. It was awesome seeing you, and I appreciate the time today.
Thank you, Ray. See you next week, right here at the same time.
Awesome, brother. Thanks, man.
Okay, thanks.